Hello everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Hidden Jewels of Soul and Disco Music. It's episode number 4. My name is Nadine, I'm writing for Souldisco.de, and as usually this one has been done in one take. So what we're talking about today is pure disco heaven, and this is the jewel, the hidden jewel. We're talking about Carol Williams. Carol Williams is known as the first lady of Soul because she was the first female artist to be signed by Soul. And that's her only Soul album and her debut album called Electric Lady. And was released in 1976 and featured the hits of Love Is You, which you might know, it's been sampled a few times, and the hit single More. This is the album. It's not a holy grail. You can get it between 5 to 10 euros. So it's easy to get. And Carol Williams parted ways with Soul after the release of this album, because what's very rare is that she has songwriting credits on the album for My Time of Need and Come Back. And that's pretty rare, especially for a woman, and especially in those times, because the songwriting is where the money comes in for the record companies, for the producer. It's not the singer who's earning the big money, it's the record, the songwriter who's getting the money. So producers or record companies are always very eager to place their people in that position of songwriting. But like I said, she has credits on writing 2 songs, co-writing 2 songs. And that also led to the decision to leave Soul after one very successful album, because she wanted to have her own musicians who went on tour with her in the studio to work with her, not the Soul Orchestra, and she also wanted to have more influence on the album and wanted to develop her songwriting. And this resulted in Reflections of Carol Williams. And this album, let me say, is pure disco heaven. If you bring that album as a CD, as a digital download to every party, you can listen from the first song to the last and have a great time. That's what Reflection of Carol Williams is about. This record was financed by a good friend of her who paid for the studio time at Sigma Sound Studios in New York. She rehearsed with the musicians in her basement to save studio time and to get the arrangements right and everything, and then went to the studio to record the songs. So this friend was, as far as I understood, Tony Valor. And once the album was finished, she was shopping it around, and Tony Valor, who helped paying for the studio times, had connections to Quality Records in Canada. And she was quite known in Canada from her touring of this album. So there was the connection, because it was a little confusing to have this released as an American singer on a Canadian label. And that's when it got out in 1979, in late 1979. If this album would have been released 2 years or 3 years earlier, it would have been a masterpiece of disco music. So it came only out on Quality Records for Brazil, for Canada, and there's one promo copy made for Brazil. Rumors said that there are also some test pressing for the US market, but it was never officially released for the US market. So what you here have is the Canadian version. And that's the back side. You can see there's a sticker on it and some minor writing on the front. I still paid 40 euro to get the record. Let's not talk about the shipping costs. If you're living in Germany, let's not talk about shipping costs. So this wasn't yet in my record cleaning machine, so I still have the sleeve, paper sleeve. I hate paper sleeves, so when I put this out, I'll cut it open. So this is falling out, and that's what I don't want to do. So this is the label from side 2, and this is the label from side 1. If you need an uplifting disco album that really puts you in the mood, go ahead and try to get it. If you don't want to spend 40 bucks, I think there's also a reissue available, or you can have luck on eBay, you know, the platforms where you can check that out. But it's great disco album, pure disco heaven. So thanks again for watching. I'm wishing you a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you next week. Bye.